Hello, I am Brian Foster, and I'm talking about Spiritism. Spiritism was codified by Allan Kardec in the 1850s. And today I'm talking about John and its verses. It's actually chapter 1, verse 1 through 18, the very beginning. I will start. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. There was a man sent from God, whose name was John. He came as a witness to bear witness about the light, that all might believe through him. He was not the light, but came to bear witness to the light. The true light, which gives light to everyone, was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made through him, yet the world did not know him. He came to his own, and his own people did not receive him. But to all who did receive him, who believed in his name, that gave the right to become of God, who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And we have seen his glory, glory as of the only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth. John bore witness about him and cried out, "That was he of whom I said, He who comes after me ranks before me, because he was before me." For from his fullness we have all received grace upon grace. For the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God, the only God who is at the Father's side. He has made him known. So I interpret these through the doctrine of Spiritism, which gives us a more complete picture, because Spiritism tells us about the organization and processes in the entire structure of the spirit universe and of the physical universe, which is a subset of the spirit universe. So let's talk about the passage. How many have read this and passed these verses by? Mainly because they seem to be a repetition of the old creation myth, with the addition of Christ as a leader out of darkness. But read carefully, and you shall see the inner truths of the spirit realm exposed. Two key concepts, the Word and the light. From the Hindu texts to yogis to Christianity, light equals life force. While the Word means beginning of an action, a command or a directive for creation. The Word was from God. It was the beginning, with and is God. Allan Kardec in the Spirits book told us that we cannot comprehend God. Spirits in levels surrounding the earth also say that even they do not understand God. Hence, what seems to be such a simple statement by John does encompass all that we can discern about the ultimate Creator. God not only created us, but the spiritual and physical universes and the rules and processes of all. We live within and can never escape. God lives within and outside. What that entails, we may never know. If one thinks of us as living within a video game, then the concept of the Word becomes easier to grasp. We may think of ourselves as avatars in the game. We have a distinct appearance, personality, pool of knowledge, attributes, and a set of permissions of what we can and cannot do. The creator of the game, a sort of demigod to us, is larger than the game, while we may never step outside, for if we do, we cease to exist. But the creator of the game may do what he wishes inside the game and outside. It was his word, action, that created the game, us, and the entire environment contained in the game. Light is energy. The computer, which allows the game to operate, runs on energy. The characters of the games are pieces of logic which are stored, commanded, and act via energy. Hence, we are spirits who are encapsulated energy. The life was the light of men in John chapter 1, verse 4. A part of the universe, but has distinctiveness within it. Like the character is part of the game, but is a separate piece of logic, data, and processes. John then said he was sent from God. This implies he came to earth for a purpose, which implies predetermination. This is what Spiritism states, that we all have a blueprint. We still have choices to make, but the major and minor events have all been pre-planned. His mission was to set the stage for Christ. The spirit world carefully orchestrates everything. John states that Christ is the true light, or more importantly, Jesus was to introduce us to the concepts of the spirit world in which people at the time could comprehend. Then, John accurately describes Jesus. He was in the world, and the world was made through him, yet the world did not know him. John chapter 1, verse 10. Spiritism has revealed that Christ is a pure spirit. He is in command of the earth. He, with other high spirits, used their willpower and spiritual force to create our solar system and the planets. Christ was given Earth as his responsibility. He has led our planet from a ball of cosmic dust to the beginning of life to the present. Hence, the world was made through him, and the humans on Earth did not know him. Spiritism answers so many questions and reveals why we are here, who we are, and what is our future. We live in a more exotic universe than any of us can guess. Find out more about Spiritism. Read my book, The Spirit Realm. Spiritism has revealed the reality of our existence. God bless.